Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. A group of 5 Darlington nurses are off to the High Court. They are taking the NHS to court. They're suing them. And it is going to be one of the biggest, most decisive court cases, maybe for a decade, depending on the result. Because these nurses were forced by the hospital to get changed in front of men. Now, we have at the moment going on in Scotland the Sandy Peggy / Dr. Beth Upton case, but that is only an industrial tribunal. It is already destined to become a criminal case because the NHS are failing to provide all the things that the Equalities Commission have asked for to show protection for women by the legal dint of must having a safe space that is single sex only. This is the 1992 Employment Act that is very, very inconvenient for those wokies in the NHS who think that men who pretend to be women should be treated like women and that everyone else should join in the delusion. Well, that's fine for them, but the law is the law, and they've been breaking it. And so it seems have Darlington's NHS. The hospital there is refusing to let these women have safe spaces. When they complained, the hospital told them to find other places to change if they did not like changing in the changing room in front of men. No shit. Well, now it's come to a court case. Now it's obviously it's not about fair pay. It's not about pay rises or anything. This is about working conditions and the upholding of statute law. Darlington, of course, do not have a leg to stand on. They have not provided a safe space and therefore are automatically going to lose the case. It makes you wonder why they're taking it all the way, but they have to apparently. They can't let it go. It has to be a judicial decision. Now, you'd think that this is something that would never get to court. You'd think that anyone saying, excuse me, we're women, we don't want this man to be changing there, anyone who's not completely mentally retarded would understand why. So it makes you wonder why the management of this hospital are refusing to do it. It does indicate either they've been caught by the woke mind virus, or they are actually mentally retarded. It's one of the two. Of course, there is a rather unsettling third option, which is they like the idea of women being forced to humiliate themselves and denigrate themselves in front of men. I'm not saying that's likely, I'm just saying it's possible. But why should they? Why should they get dressed in front of men? Well, nobody's got the answer, but the court will, because the court will come down one way or another, and it will either tell Darlington that it's broke the law and it must provide safe spaces for women, or the court is going to have to come out and make a universal-wide decision for the whole of Britain that deluded men really are women. I think there'll be uproar at that. Do you want your young female children, to be exposed to grown men naked coming out of a shower? But they can say, but I'm a lady. Yeah, if they did it to anyone I knew, they soon would be. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.